Today we're taking a look at my personal favorite Kenner Aliens toy. So this right here is the Scorpion Alien. It's called that, I think, because it's supposed to be some sort of alien that came from a scorpion. I don't know how you would explain that. I'm not sure. I guess alien worlds, there's giant scorpions maybe that could be impregnated. Doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, it's just the alien or xenomorph from the movie Aliens. Honestly, it's the closest look you get in the old school Kenner line, in my opinion. There is some that come close, but I feel like this one is the closest. And that's why I liked him so much. This is the one I would use as my mainstay alien figure. You know, I'd have Hicks and Ripley fighting him. I'd have Bishop getting torn apart by him. All that good stuff. And this guy has pretty decent detail. You know, you don't need a whole lot to kind of capture that xenomorph look. We've got a nice dark base color. And then a little bit of, it kind of looks like drool here. Is that supposed to be his teeth or drool? I can't quite tell. But that's colored in silver. And then we do have a really kind of cool bronze dry brush look over the top. And that accentuates the sculpt details pretty well. He is in a bit of a forward stance, so moving his legs around, you're not going to get much of a... Yeah, you can basically get the one pose with the legs. The arms, though, you know, you can move around, get a little bit of stuff going on there. Kind of wish his hands were maybe in more of a grasping pose or something like that, or a grabbing position. Here, it's kind of a neutral walking position. And then we do get the... I guess this would be a scorpion tail, but it's not. It's just kind of like a notched tail. It's a ribbed tail for her pleasure. And then we got this really cool design on the back with these spiked, I don't know what you would call them. It's part of the biomechanical design that Geiger went for, but I don't know what these are supposed to be. I guess it's like spines on the back, whatever you want to call it. Really neat. So he does have a gimmick, and this is what they would sell the whole figure for back then. They would be like, hey, look, this is the point to get it. And because of that, oftentimes those gimmicks would get in the way of the toy itself, and we'll show that off in a second. So imagine your Predator shows up, he's going to destroy the alien, shoots him, and you're supposed to press this button here, and this is going to, well, it's very fidgety. Oh. There we go. So if you catch what happened there, he just exploded. And unfortunately, instead of having a green inside, they went for like a red inside, which I don't much care for. I feel like that looks wrong. But it is cool. It is cool to have that gimmick where he explodes. It did suck because some of these aren't as tight as this one. Like this one, really hard to explode outward. But some of them, they just kind of fall apart all the time, and you gotta keep constantly putting them back together. This one, though, not so bad. And you can see the internal working here that's like, I don't know what you would call that. That's his guts, I suppose. Ew. I don't like the back look of that. And then this little piece here. And putting it back together is... It's not great. You gotta kind of like jam everything in here. Alright, so the best way to piece them back together, you're gonna put all this torso back together, and then you're just gonna jab it down on the legs. And we'll get a little snap. Very nice, very nice. And then because of that, there's no waist articulation, even though it looks like it would be there. It doesn't really matter all that much, though. But here he is scaled next to the Predator again, as you can see. Oh my god. Here he is next to the Predator for a good look. And then I also have a power loader. Let's pull him out real quick. Here he is next to Hicks in the power loader, and that's about the right scale. Looks like that power load would definitely have a good chance against this guy. Great designs. Love these toys. Tell me what you guys think. Oh my lord, why do you know stand?